guys, and welcome back to another nail polish review. It's been a while since we've done one of those, since I've mostly been re-wearing ones I just liked and then didn't do actual new ones that I've got. Yeah, I fell behind, but I do have a bunch that I need to do. So, anyway, I just did one from the set that I got from Manna Kadar Beauty. I don't know if I'm saying that right. And this is the Nailed It set. There's 5 colors in here, but the one that I'm reviewing today is called 5 Star. They're all these very neutral, pinky shades, except for the gray one. But yeah, so this one I thought was going to be the pinkest pink one in there. But, as we can tell, it's not. Well, I guess it's kind of true to it. As we will notice, there's like 2 nails left with polish on them. This was intentional. So, I'm glad that I generally wait at least a week before reviewing nail polishes when I wear them for the first time, because oh my goodness, I've got some comments about this one. But yeah, so the cost of the set is $25, which since there's 5 bottles in there, that breaks down to like $5 a bottle, because I don't think they sell them individually from this brand. I am loving the rose gold topper, by the way. Very unique shape. It's almost like a pair of lips for the shape of the bottle, too. It's very, very unique all around. I like it. I like the way it feels in my hand. I like almost everything about it except the way that it wears. So, again, this is the color 5 Star. I put this on last Monday. Today is the following Wednesday. So, I actually initially was super impressed with how this stuff went on. So it dried really quickly. It had a good amount of opacity to it, not very fumey or anything. Let's see, is it one of the ones that's like 10 free or anything? No. Okay, well, that's alright. Let me just say though that this is not this. But anyway, that's beside the point. How many ounces are in this, by the way? 12 milliliters. Doesn't have ounces. That's okay. But regardless, I put it on last Monday. Everything was great. It applied really smoothly. It dried really quickly. I put on my usual 3 coats. I even debated stopping at 2 because it was so opaque, but I put on 3 anyway for the sake of fairness. All was really well. Other than my screw up that, like, the day after I did them, I caught one of my fingers in a drawer and the back end around the cuticle area chipped off. But other than that, everything stayed perfect and pristine, even no matter how many times I washed my hands, no matter how many times I used hand sanitizer, no matter how many times I showered. It didn't seem to matter. Usually by the second shower, it's starting to flake off. Like, there's just no 2 ways around it. I don't know why. I have such bad luck with that. My sister said she doesn't even get, like, a day out of it, no matter what kind she uses, before it starts doing it to her. So, I guess I should call myself lucky that I even get that far before they start flaking, but I digress. So, everything was wearing perfectly. It wasn't chipping. It wasn't coming off. It was great. Until the exact 1 week mark. So, this Monday, all of a sudden, I felt something weird, looked at, oh, like the entire nail's worth of polish is just gone. I looked down on the floor and there it is, like in one piece, just fell the fuck off. Okay. A little while later, I noticed another spot like this on the floor and it was like my index finger's worth of polish. Great. Throughout the day, I kept noticing more of them falling off, but never just flakes of it, but the entire thing in one go. Which, I mean, I guess, for the sake of my OCD, maybe is better because I'm not left chipping it off when most of it comes off but leaves some behind. But on the other hand, I'm like, well, that's disappointing. So, and then the next day I showered and almost all of the rest of them came off in there. I am left with 2. My ring finger and my thumb are the only 2 survivors, but of those 2, like, can we just talk about the fact that, look, it, with the exception of where it grew out at the cuticle line, it stayed perfectly intact. It did not chip. pretty much same deal with this ring finger. Like, it actually, like, when it stays on, it wears really, really well. But when it comes off all at once. There is no in-between, there's no middle ground, it is all or nothing with this freaking nail polish. And I'm not quite sure how I feel about that. I don't think I've ever encountered one that so consistently across the board doesn't just chip, it full-on comes off the entire nail's worth at a time. I mean, I suppose it technically makes taking it off a hell of a lot easier, but I was like, oh, I wasn't really ready for that to happen yet. Would have been cool if there'd been a little more of a warning shot before they, like, all started doing it. I'm sure these two are gonna pop off today, so I'll probably put on the next one in here, but still, dude, I'm like, what? What? Usually by, like, a week and 2 days, there'd be a lot more left. Like, they'd be chipped to all hell, but most of the nails would still have polish on them to some degree or another, not just, like, there is literally 2 left that have any polish on them at all. So I don't know. I mean, ultimately, when factoring in that this would be like a $5 bottle of polish, that's cheaper than most other polishes that I use. And with the exception of that whole it coming off like in its entirety at a time, it does wear better than more expensive ones in my collection. So I'm conflicted. I don't know how to rate this one exactly. Well, oh, I remember the other thing I was going to mention with it. Unfortunately, since I don't still have it on both hands, I can't show the color difference, but despite putting 3 coats on both hands, same amounts and everything, they dried down to entirely different colors. Like, my left hand was like a full shade darker than how it dried on the right, and I don't know why. I even tried to replicate it. I could not replicate it. I was like, what the hell was that? Like, there was one nail I even tried just to rule out the possibility that maybe I screwed up and did a 4th and forgot. Nope. It did not turn into that same darker color on the right hand, so I am kinda stumped. I have no idea why it did that, but apparently it does have a little bit of consistency issues with the color. At least this one does. I can't speak for the others yet, but we'll report back as I wear them. But yeah, like I said, it's kind of a conflicting feeling. So, what would I rate it? I was considering a 4, but I mean, given the color consistency thing and my OCD, that bothers the shit out of me, so I think I'm going to dock it down a 0.5 point right there. So I think I'm going to rate it a 3.5 out of 5. So I mean, I still think for the price, this is ultimately pretty decent, especially if you don't mind quickly, like, repolishing when it comes off very suddenly. It's a quick, easy fix, just, I mean, for the sake of review, I try to leave them the hell alone until I've reviewed it, so I can talk about exactly how they wore. I just didn't expect there to be so little left by the time I got to this, so anyway, that is it for this one, guys. So as usual, you know what to do. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. If you're not already and you like me, click subscribe. Hit that notification bell icon so you never miss an upload. Leave comments down below. Have you tried this brand before? What color or colors did you have? Did you find any of the points I made about this one to be true of your experience with it as well? Let me know in the comments, as well as anything else about anything down below. Make sure you're following my social media accounts, my Facebook fan page, my Twitter, my Instagram, my Etsy, everything and more. It's all down below, and if you'd like what I do here on this channel and you'd like to help support it, the donation link, as always, is down in the description. Get your name on the end card for a month from the time of donating. Anyway, guys, until next time, bye-bye.